Hello, Scrapper Names fans, how are we all? So I'm back with a Challenge Tuesday video on a Challenge Tuesday at this stage. So I'm scrapping these two photos and the challenge I'm doing is the Scrap the Girls challenge this month, which is a bit of a mood board, all about your best friend. So I am scrapping, as I said, these two photos, which is of my daughter and my beautiful niece, my eldest niece. They are 6 weeks apart and they are the best of friends, and this is their first sleepover they had here back in at the end of 2016. So I'm nearly finished, I think, our 2016 family album, yay. And I'm using this gorgeous Kaiser craft paper that I just flashed up the collection. I think it's Party Time, given to me in a little stash, actually no, not little, a big stash of goodies that I got from a pretty much best friend of mine that my gal pal, that I got for my birthday here a few weeks back, which you might have seen if you're an Instagram pal of mine as well, you would have seen it. So I'm just using some texture paste and this Flutterby stencil, and I'm going to get a bit a lot mixed media on this page, on this layout. I just felt the mood rise. So I've done a fair bit of texture paste there through this stencil, some little hearts and big hearts, and now I'm going to use this Dylusions paint in, what's the colour? Calypso Teal, I think it's called, and this Real Geometric-y heart stencil, and I'm going to put it in 3 different patterns across my layout, which you will see. And then I've just used the excess in my journal, my little art journal there, for a later date. So there you go. So yes, I've chopped bits out of this so it's edited back and forth, so you don't have to see all this mixed media part, because I did think I had paused, that made no sense, the camera, which I hadn't, it kept going, so hence why it's a bit, yes, edited bits out. So what I actually did with that blue, so I've brought myself a roll of white, just normal white sort of paper to put over my craft mat now when I do my mixed media. So what I did was a bit of the technique that I've seen the lovely Inky Quill use, and that's just getting a dab of the paint, the acrylic paint, mushing it around a little bit so there's not so much on the bottom of your ink dab, and just smooshing it through the stencil. I find that I found when I did it this time, which is the first time I've really done, I mean, I usually do that sort of thing on the lid, but it didn't really smoosh through the stencil as much, so it was a nice even spread as you would have seen on the page, and then there was excess obviously to use on my art journal, which was really good. So I was really happy with the way it all sort of turned out nice and evenly. Now I just matted my photos onto this beautiful sort of ombre, is that what you call it? Am I getting too technical and using the wrong term here? Not sure, help me out, peeps. Again, I'm a bit tired. We've had the gastro bug now hit with my son and my partner, so I was up very late last night with my son. So had a bit of a nap and thought I'd get this voiceover done now while I was semi thinking clearly, I'm hoping. So yes, so back those photos. Give them some bit of oomph off the background there, a bit of colour around them as well, a bit of a border. And the pink you see there is just some craft foam, which I'm going to mount them on just to give them a bit of dimension up off that texture paste, because there's a lot of that texture paste. I don't want them to get sort of melted away into that background such, so I'm going to use that. Now I will use wet glue to stick them down, and just a bit of a disclaimer, the page does warp a little bit, and you probably can see there it has a little bit. If that's something you don't want to happen, what I suggest is trimming it down and then putting a thick piece of 12 by 12 cardstock behind it and matting that normal sort of pattern paper to a thicker piece stock just to help really flatten it out. It didn't bother me because at the end of the day, once it's all dried and I've done this voiceover, I've taken my photos, it's going to go and get filed into my girls' album, which it'll just get flattened out anyway. So at the end of the day, it'll be all good. So I just pop these over both of these are just going to get mounted. Now, what I have done, and again, I cut that out too, I can see it here. You can see some little bits of ephemera I've already pulled out in the top right-hand corner here. That's mixed collections of Cocoa Vanilla Studio. I really liked, I sort of went with a certain colour theme and idea of bright, colourful, loving-y kind of fun-looking ephemera is what I was going for, and stickers and all those sorts of things. So I grabbed immediately. Now it's a mix of like the Wild at Heart Dream. Oh no, Bohemian Dream. I didn't have much left. I can't think of the other one I have in my collection. But yes, so it's a mix of that plus some bits and pieces of the exclusive printables from Kitaholic Kits, because these came in past kits, these Cocoa Vanilla ones, so they're all mixed in together. I don't think I actually use a great deal of them. I think I use a little bit. So yeah, I did go through my stash off camera and sort of pull some bits and pieces out. I also then grabbed my big stash of stickers and go with that, because I decided that, as I said, I wanted something really fun, really popping, particularly because I was going to use these word thickers. I love these freaking thickers. Oh my God. Again, my gal pal who got me my stash of scrappy goodies for my birthday in there, and I am in love with them. So I think I'm going to have to try and find some more and order them, because all of the phrases are really perfect. I think you can see me using all of them in my scrapping, and like I could have used a number of different words to put on this page, but I wanted to stick with the whole, you know, best friend theme, and, you know, the theme of the photos and those sorts of things. So hence Good Times is perfect, because you can't see it probably real well maybe on screen, but in the close-ups the girls are absolutely having a ball. My daughter is sitting up in her bed wetting herself laughing, and it is the most, like, when I took the photos, there's a series of photos, these two are the ones I love the most because they are laughing and there's big smiles and things. But I just literally just went bang, 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 bang with my camera and have just printed them out. And when I printed them, I discovered that these two photos are the best action sort of laughing shots. So, but yeah, so that's why I wanted the big fun sort of stuff. I went with this tag. It's an Inky Quill printable from Patreon. I just liked the balloons. The colouring went well with the background as well. I think it was part of her printables for March, where she went with, I think, a bit of a birthday theme. But, you know, balloons are always fun for any sort of fun theme, so why not? So I go with that. And I didn't worry this time about the whole punching a hole in the top and getting twine. To be honest, it's actually laziness. I did this layout the other night. It was late. I was a bit tired and I just thought, It didn't faze me too much because I think it just sat well in the background. It didn't really, to me, it didn't stand out too much as a massive big tag. So you probably see it now as a massive big tag. But anyway, that's okay. So I popped this here with some double-sided foam tape, and it annoys me the entire time I do because it then didn't sit balanced right. One side was higher than the other because of the way I sat it on the photo, and I don't know if you see it. I may cut it out a little bit. I do play with it a little bit, and because it just drives me bonkers. And I think in the end, I actually, see, look, I can't help myself, and I do it frequently. I stop and I go and play with it because it annoys me. OCD much? I think I actually put like a chipboard something underneath there to try and prop it up because it was just irritating me. The little things, I know. So I went with these. I went through my random little tub that I used to have on my desk. If you're a long-standing Scrapper Names fan, you'll know that I have a little blue plastic container that sits on my desk, or used to sit next to me, that had random embellishments that either just got chucked in there because I couldn't be bothered to find where they belong, or I literally just got sent them and I would just and there was all these day ones, so I wanted to use this one up, so I thought I'll chuck it in there and use Friday, because that's what we say now in our house for Fridays. We say Friday. So I decided to use that because it was a Friday that they slept over, and it was their first one. We had movies, we had fun. I think we had a water fight at the back because it was in the December. and popcorn and lollies and lots of giggles, and yeah, so I went with that. And the red of the Friday and the circle just went quite well, I thought, with the colours in the background. So why not? It was big, it was bold. That's sort of what it ended up being with this layout. Everything was really sort of big and bold, puffy. It was fine. It was fun. Those little happiness and the black suited quite well. Those little puffy stickers there that were the Cray paper ones, I think, where that yay came from. They suited quite well in with that little cluster there bag, with the black and white of the balloons as well. So I was happy with that. I wanted something there. I just looked a bit bare and a bit naked. I decided to put that little tab there with the date. I was going to pop something. I tried to pop it down the side there near where I popped my journaling that magically just appeared down the side. I thought it did need something there. Again, it was bugging me. I thought, this looks a bit naked, a bit bare with nothing there. Tried the flower. Didn't end up going with the floral theme. It was lots of hearts and big things, but not flowers. So I pull it away. And have a look here. As you can see, I've got a big pile of stickers to my left there, like chipboard stickers and things like that. So I flick through and have a look to see what is best for that spot. I go with some clear stickers here. This one says forever. I just thought that was, again, perfect for the theme of the layout and the theme of the challenge, which is the whole best friends. And, and it's great, best friends don't have to be, you don't have to not be by blood. These girls are related by blood. And as I said, they're 6 weeks apart. And whilst in the beginning they didn't necessarily grow up together initially, they have since they were 12 months old or so. And now my niece is here every afternoon. And every morning she does before and after school care with me, and yeah, they're together all the time. They argue like siblings, but they are the best of friends. They miss each other when they're not at school together. They've done preschool together. Now they're in kindergarten together. They've always got each other's back, and they're just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And yeah, and these photos they gave me a real giggle when I was going through my photo box. So I decided I was going to try and start chronologically going through my photos and just scrapping them and getting them done. But yeah, these two I come across and I was like, yes, I wanted to do something for this challenge. So I thought perfect for my next challenge Tuesday. I was going to do something with me and my sister, but because we're the same, we're the best of friends. But yeah, I had the picture of these two girls and this was just adorable. So I thought with everything big, bold and beautiful, I thought it needed a bit of a border just to ground it all in. So I go with a wobbly border this time. I didn't do a straight border. I just thought, it's going a bit funky. It's a bit fun. It's not, I just thought something a bit different. Actually, this isn't for the family album. This is for Hannah's album, my daughter's album. So yes, I think that is everything. So, there you go. I put that chipboard blue flower underneath that so adorable piece, the little phrase that was annoying me because it wasn't sitting right. See, it did. But yes, so that is my challenge entry for Scrap the Girls this month. So pop over to their blog, check it out and have a go. Here's some close-ups. I hope you have enjoyed my layout. Leave me some feedback, leave me some love. Any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will see you again. I have another Friday video, so hopefully this week videos will, cross fingers, go up on time. And I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.